Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation with a topic that's truly essential for anyone interested in building meaningful relationships. The title of our talk is The Art of Self-Love in Dating. We'll explore why self-love isn't just a cliché or sentimental advice, but the very foundation of healthy relationships. Over the next few slides, I'll share insights on how a balanced, self-respecting relationship with ourselves can transform our approach to dating, helping us avoid confusion, self-doubt, and disappointment. So let's get started and discover how loving ourselves first sets the stage for genuine connection with others. Dating, at its core, is really a test of discernment. It's about recognizing who is genuinely good for us, but more importantly, it challenges our self-esteem and clarity. You see, we can't truly see who deserves our time until we believe that we ourselves are worth choosing. To date well, we need to have a healthy perspective on our own nature. If we carry unresolved insecurities, we're likely to project those feelings onto the people we meet. And if we lack self-worth, we might misjudge who truly deserves our affection. The key point here is that loving others starts with loving ourselves. We have to overcome self-suspicion and believe, deep down, that we are worthy of kindness, respect, and emotional reciprocity. Only then can we truly recognize and attract healthy, meaningful connections. This foundation of self-love isn't just a nice idea. It's essential for making wise choices in love and building relationships that are truly fulfilling. Some people mistake chaos for passion and neglect for mystery. But real love, true love, feels calm, not dramatic or chaotic. It's important not to chase indifference or be afraid of kindness. If your honesty scares someone away, remember, they would have left eventually anyway. Being truthful actually helps bring clarity and understanding. So be clear about what you want. The world around us is constantly renewing itself, giving us endless opportunities to start fresh at any moment. Never believe that your options are limited. There's always a new path available. Your intuition often knows what's right before your mind catches up. If your gut whispers no, but your thoughts say yes, trust that quiet voice. No chemistry or charm can justify causing emotional harm. If someone makes you feel ashamed, afraid, or small, it's a sign to walk away. Love should never be bought with self-betrayal or feeling obligated. If you feel uncomfortable or pressured, that's a clear signal to leave. Remember, indifference is a form of communication, and silence sends a message too. Respect yourself enough to value consistency in how others treat you. If someone takes a long time to respond or shows disinterest, it's okay to walk away. Once you start prioritizing your own well-being, a new set of inner rules begins to guide you, rules rooted in self-compassion, not pride. These are the rules of self-respect in dating. It's about setting boundaries, trusting your instincts, and valuing yourself enough to know what's right for you. And when nostalgia tempts us with thoughts of an ex, we must remember, if it could have been better with them, we wouldn't be here. The past has already shown us its truth. We need to accept with grace that most people simply won't want us, and that's perfectly natural. We aren't designed to fit everyone's idea of happiness, and that's okay. Remember, dating is not a referendum on our worth. It's more like a long interview for one very special, sacred position. We're not being fussy. We're being precise about our vision of love. Having the courage to accept rejection is part of this process. It can be tough, but it's also liberating. Every no brings us closer to the yes that truly fits us. So, let's view rejection not as a failure, but as a necessary step toward finding the right connection. Some people will be unwell, emotionally unstable, or deeply wounded. And that's okay. It's not our fault, nor is it our responsibility to fix or heal them. Compassion doesn't mean we have to sacrifice ourselves or our boundaries. Now, one of the biggest time wasters in modern dating is what I like to call the polite coward. You know, the person who hides their indifference behind charm, who smiles and seems friendly but is really slowly disappearing. These are what I call shapeshifters. They avoid rudeness by being polite, but at the same time, they're avoiding honesty. And here's the key point. We must not mistake good manners or charm for real care. Genuine care involves honesty and clarity, not just hiding discomfort behind a smile. So, as we navigate relationships, we need to recognize these dangers, the polite and the cowardly, and remember that true connection requires authenticity, not just politeness. Attraction matters, and I think it's important to acknowledge that there's no shame in admitting it. We all feel drawn to someone, and that's completely natural. But what's even more crucial is emotional rightness. It's about feeling a genuine connection that goes beyond just physical attraction. We should resist the urge to rush into physical intimacy simply because we hope it will create a bond. True connection isn't something we can force. It has to develop naturally over time. It unfolds through emotional safety and mutual desire, which are the real foundations of a meaningful relationship. Dating really demands patience, patience that allows us to tolerate uncertainty without jumping to conclusions or getting carried away by fantasies. When something feels promising, it's vital to remind ourselves, we just can't tell yet. We need to give it time to reveal itself. So, in short, patience and emotional clarity are key. They help us stay grounded and honest with ourselves, ensuring that when the right connection happens, it's built on genuine understanding and trust. And above all, I want to emphasize the importance of refusing non-reciprocal love. You deserve enthusiasm, not just tolerance. You should feel like you're genuinely being chosen, not convinced to settle. When you're dating, ask yourself deeper questions about your potential partners. Do they inspire curiosity? Do their minds stimulate yours? Can you imagine sharing thousands of dinners with them and still feel intrigued? These questions help you assess whether there's real connection and excitement. Remember, dating can be emotionally draining. It's normal to feel exhausted or even hopeless at times. That's why it's so important to take breaks. Give yourself space to rest, reflect, and regroup. During those moments, confide in a grounded, wise friend, someone who can help you see yourself clearly when your perspective gets blurred. Ultimately, prioritize your emotional well-being by resting, reflecting, and regrouping, so you can approach dating with clarity and confidence. We must know, deep within, that we could remain single forever if necessary, and still be complete. It's an important truth to hold on to because it reminds us that our worth isn't dependent on being in a relationship. Being alone doesn't mean we're lacking or incomplete. It simply means we're whole as we are. It is infinitely better to be alone in peace than together in compromise. When we're alone, we have the space to be true to ourselves, to find peace and clarity. But when we're in relationships that require compromise just to keep them going, it can erode our sense of authenticity and dignity. Solitude preserves hope, dignity, and self-respect. It's about valuing ourselves enough to wait for what truly aligns with who we are. Rejection will come many times, and it's crucial to understand that rejection isn't a reflection of our worth. It's just misalignment. The right person won't need persuasion or convincing. They'll see our value naturally. So, when rejection happens, remember it's not proof of unworthiness. It's simply a sign that the connection isn't the right fit. Ultimately, embracing the strength of being alone is about understanding our own value and trusting that the right relationships will come when the time is right. It's about holding onto hope and dignity, knowing that being single isn't a flaw but a powerful choice for our self-respect and growth. And that truth alone is enough to keep your heart open, wisely, patiently, and with quiet strength until it finds its match. You are not unlovable. You simply haven't found the right love yet. Dating will test your patience, your hope, and your heart. There will be times when it feels unbearable, when doubt creeps in, and when it's easy to feel discouraged. But through it all, if you hold fast to self-love, if you stay loyal to your own values and your worth, you'll carry with you a powerful truth that sustains you. This is the final lesson. No matter what happens, remember that your capacity to love yourself is what keeps you resilient. It's what guides you to the right person at the right time. Keep that truth close and trust the journey.